What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, man, we back. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Got some news. We're going to call it a rumor for right now. We got Haney taking on Linares. We got Lomachenko taking on Mayoshi Nakatani. But hearing that they both agreed on fighting each other after taking the fight, let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the Boxing Room playlist. And, say it is, word is, Haney and Lomachenko have an agreement that they're going to fight someone else to then fight each other. Haney right now is going to take on Linares May 15th, and I kind of talked about that fight a little bit, man. And I don't even know if that fight validates him as fighting somebody at this point. That Lomachenko has just been beat. I mean Linares just been beat by everybody. But his last loss was at 40 to Pablo Cesar Cano, who surprisingly he got some solid victories, I believe. Hold on, let me see, man. I think he got some solid victories, so I don't think that's that bad of a loss. Knocked out Roberto Ortiz, who had a high knockout ratio. Obviously knocked out Linares. He had a split decision over Mauricio Herrera. He beat Ashel Theopain. Had a draw with Juan Carlos Abreu. Had a split decision loss to Paulie, to Shane Mosley. Lost to Eric Morales. He had to retire. But he minus the wins and losses, he fought Eric Morales, he fought Paulie, he fought Shane Mosley, he fought Ashley Theopain, he fought Juan Carlos Abreu, Mauricio Herrera, he fought Fidel Melandoro Jr., Jorge, Roberto Ortiz. So, he been around. How old is Pablo, man? He 31 years old. He got his resume better than a lot of these dudes' resumes out here, man. But this would be interesting because Lomachenko wasn't known as a puncher. Speaking facts, he wasn't, but he knocked out Linares. So if Devin don't knock out Linares, I think a lot of people gonna have a lot of concerns about him moving forward. We don't know who his coach is. We don't know who's gonna be coaching him in the corner. We know Bill stepped down. I don't know if they revealed that. I haven't heard it. But to be honest, it should be interesting. Should be very interesting because Linares got good hand speed. So that might be a guy that might be the best hand speed guy he fought since he been with the zone. He been on major TV going to Showtime. I thought he fought that Emmanuel Tago guy, but I think Linares hand speed for hand speed, that might be the fastest guy. That might be the fastest guy in hands. But Linares can punch a bit. He dropped Lomachenko. He cut easy. So a lot of his losses come to cuts. He be on the canvas, but a lot of them come from cuts. But and then let's not act like Lomachenko ain't got a lot on his plate. Like he ain't got no steak and mashed potatoes and green beans and and he still got dessert coming. He got a lot on his plate. And Mashi Nakatani, he showed that what's old boy name? He's supposed to be the next coming. I had nothing against him. Felix Verdejo. He's supposed to be the next guy come. Take the baton from Miguel Cotto, and he's supposed to come and whoop some ass. He got into a motorcycle accident, and they would say he didn't look the same, but he looked good versus Nakatani. But Nakatani just showed that will and a little bit of skill overtake skill. He had a chin, he had heart, and that's not an easy fight for Lomachenko because this dude sit there right with you. If they get him to push Lomachenko back, he got a chance. It ain't no guarantee that Devin Haney and Lomachenko meet next fight. You got injuries, you got cuts, you got two live opponents that can punch, and I think some people may think the Nakatani and Lopez fight was closer than the Lomachenko and Lopez fight, only because Lomachenko gave up some rounds. But I that's the first time I seen Lopez frustrated. That height, and he got a chin. And remember, Rigondeaux fought that tall joker, the Asian cat that gave him everything he wanted. They coming tough over there. Japanese, Korean, Chinese, they coming tough. They ain't playing no games, man. They coming rough. They coming tough. They coming, dude. And if they had somebody like Floyd or Roy or somebody could show them really, Paulie go over there, Nate go over there, somebody go over there and just put the finishing touches on some of them dudes, and like them clinics they put on in Russia, I think they actually got the discipline and the athleticism to put it together. Not all the Russians got the athleticism to put it together, but I think, we seen Takashi Miura gave Burchett a lot of problems. Remember, Omar Figueroa fought that Chinese cat. He gave Omar, that was one of the best fights I've seen in recent history. He gave Omar some problems. They come and do a condo. He gave, I thought he beat Lipinets. So if they just get the finishing touches on them being slick and hitting, not getting hit, it's going to be over with. But yeah, I mean, if they do get there unscathed and they win, well, if you ask me who got the highest possibility to lose, I think it's equal. I would probably say Lomachenko, even though he's confident, but I think Nakatani is just tough. I think he's a tougher opponent than Linares. But Devin can still cut Linares. All that fresh scar tissue, that's what I'm expecting to happen. If Devin do cut or dominate Linares, it's going to be due to the cuts. But they sparred, and I know Linares said he got the best of it, but I know somebody was there that said Devin got the best of it, but it seemed like Teofimo Lopez do bad in sparring, or he not that good in sparring, but when fight night come on, he a totally different fighter. I seen guys that see him spar and say, when T.O. spar, he don't look all that impressive, but he get in the fight, he look different. Devin Haney look good in sparring, but in his fights, he don't impress a lot of people, and that is what it is, man. But just looking at this, man, I just think it's a good fight. I think it's him. If Loma win versus Nakatani, Devin ain't fighting nobody coming off for loss, but he worried about Linares. He fresh. He might be a little rusty. And last time Jorge fought, let me see when last Jorge. Because remember, people forget he was supposed to fight Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia found his way out that fight. Remember, July wasn't enough money. Whoop-de-whoop. Blah, say blah. Let me see. He fought last year in February, Carlos Morales. So he fought right before the pandemic hit. But Devin and Lomachenko, that's a good fight. He won the big fight. Hopefully that shit on ESPN so everybody can see it. But it's gonna be, to me, it ain't no point in fighting him now. And I like that Devin fought him when he controlled the A side and when he gave him an opportunity. We know Bob didn't want it for Loma, but he wanted to make undisputed with T.O. But Bob don't care shit about Lomachenko, so don't be surprised if Loma come to the zone, because the zone paying more money. Devin getting three every time he fight. So, personally, I gotta see how they look, but I think Lomachenko is just too much for Devin, depending on who his trainer is. But we'll see. Devin got a lot of length, got some height. Should be an interesting fight when they get in the ring together, man. And I think Linares is a good guy to fight. But you talking about a guy trying to get in there. Engage Lomachenko, the guy should have been Javier Fortuna. That's who get you ready for Lomachenko, because he awkward, he gonna hold. He gonna give you those looks that Loma kind of, not with Lomachenko, he give you the awkwardness. I know Floyd struggled with Emmanuel Augustus with the awkwardness. So a lot of those being fundamentally and being a technical boxer, it has its flaws. Just being a sticker mover, you're gonna struggle with those awkward Emmanuel Augusta. You're gonna struggle with the Darnell Boones. You're gonna struggle with the Javier Fortunas. You've seen Colbert, very technical, struggle with what's the old boy name, Jezreel Corrales. He struggled with him. So though if you a smotherer, you able to push those guys back and maul those guys. But we'll see what happens, man. I think I like I like Loma for right now, but we'll see what Devin do. I'm pulling for Devin though, but let me know what you think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All our social media links, description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. Link subscription, Facebook group link there as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share video. Let me know what you think about the video. Had the UFC video from last night coming out. I watched most of the fight, so let me know what you guys think. Peace.